Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Series Strategy Game and we're returning to Rule the Waves 2, where we are in war against the United Kingdom as the US. We are trying to prepare for an invasion of New Brunswick, so we've concentrated all of our forces on the North American East Coast. So that's all of our ships, including our 5 battleships, 2 battlecruisers, 2 carriers and 2 light carriers. We're also building quite a couple of more ships actually, so 2 more carriers of a very new and modern design, so let's see whether that is going to come into play. Although I don't think it's going to come into play this war, it's 20 months till we get there. So we are running quite a bit of a deficit, but I think we might be alright, so let's simply see what's going to turn out over here. Research breakthrough, shipboard aircraft operations, nice, interception control system. Okay, that's very, very important because honestly our combat air patrol has not been that effective yet, so that is, and the Soviet Union, the Soviets do enter the war, and the war results are apparently reset, so that's interesting. Okay, Soviet raiders. So, new strategic operations. Now, here is an enemy coastal raid off the coast of Maine, I guess, with 2 battlecruisers, a carrier and a light carrier. I suspect they are not going to accept. Ooh, they are. So, of course, we are going to try to attack enemy shipping with our aircraft. Ooh, and this is not good. It's night. It's early night, actually. So, local time is, yeah, 9 PM or so. You can see that down there. Right, so what have we got? We have got, quite a force over here. So, 4 battleships. 3 of the C class, so those are our most modern ones, and 1 of the A class, so the Colorado, Connecticut, California, and Arizona on that side. We also do have 2 battle cruisers, it appears, so both of our battle cruisers, the Independence and the Constitution. All of these are fairly good ships, so let's see what's going. And we do also have 2 carriers, so pretty much this is all of our capital ships in force and in play over here, which is interesting on the one hand. On the other hand, I'm really I'm a little bit concerned over here now because it's night and this might be a very bloody battle. I suspect that we're going to bump into them and have a lot of torpedo runs and such. So firstly, we're going to ask the set out our light forces over here. So we've got a couple of light cruisers. The Richmond, you're going to be scouting for the battleships. I think we can auto control that. You are screening for them, so let's also set that to auto. You are supporting the, wait a minute, the Clearwater. I think I'd like you to support the CL-11 Clinton, so this one, yeah, that looks fine to me. You're also supporting that. Okay, that's fine. So many ships, actually. That's a lot of ships. You can support that, but I don't want to control all of these guys. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to ask our battle cruisers to be a core part of the battleship. Ooh, or do we want to send them to the carriers? Okay, let's send them for the carriers now. We're going to ask them to be a core part of that. Or actually support them. No, we can't say support. Okay, so yeah, you're going to be a core part of the carrier division so that we have some forces around here with the carriers. We also have a light carrier over here. You are supporting the California. Okay, that's fine to me. Let's set out our search pattern. Yeah, I think that might be alright. We're also going to go for maximum carrier combat air patrol, and that should be okay. Yeah, there we go. Don't think there's going to be that much of this at night, but that should be okay. Right. Did I not ask you to be? Oh, okay, so you are screening for the carriers. That's okay. And then we have more forces here. No, that's alright then. Good. Let's get our carriers to a speed of at least 22 knots. That shouldn't foul their engines, but they'll still be alright. We'll keep them pretty close to the coast, so we're going to keep them over here. And then our battleships also should at least run 20 knots. Let's see whether we are going to find any enemies soon. So I think we can actually go for continuous turns over here. Just look at all of these ships. I'm really... This is going to be such a cluster fight. Yeah, cluster fight. That's a term. Okay, there's a merchantman. Let's get over there. Wait a minute, what are you guys doing over there? Okay, that's the light carrier. You're doing weird things. Okay, should be okay. And down here we've got the carriers and the Constitution, and some of these ships seem to be clipping into each other. That's alright. It's totally normal. Right, let's see whether we do get any reports of any enemy shipping. So I suppose their task is going to be to sink a couple of our ships. We do have so many forces over here. The Soviets did have some forces as well, but I doubt whether they are going to be enough. Merchantman, you're traveling south now. Are you running away from something? Just some reports over there. So it's still pretty much... It's not even midnight, so yeah, this is going to be a night fight. Maybe we're going to see something in the morning. You guys, can you actually come up over here? I think it might be best if you are over there, actually. Although that would also prohibit you to run away. So if it's an enemy coastal raid, they must be going close to Portland, shouldn't they? Okay, you know what? Let's get you over there. Right, that's okay. You guys are coming down here, that's okay, and fine. Let's get to very fast over here. I wonder how many forces they really have got. Okay, our carriers are over there in the... Let's actually send them over there, and then we're going to send them into this bit. Well, so far we are not seeing anyone, but that's somewhat to be expected. What I suppose we could do is, you're all on a little bit of a weird pattern, so you guys are scouting, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Doesn't really look like you are. Okay, fine. Any reports? No. Yeah, that was just weird. Did see a couple of things blink over here. Yeah, these are just potentially, yeah, some corvettes and stuff. Okay, fine. You guys here, do come over that way. 20 knots should be alright. So, will we find the enemy, or will we just stumble in the dark all the time? Supporting carriers are over there. Yes. Whoop, wait a minute. It's normal speed now, so someone has gotten closer into contact. Let's wait a second over here. Okay, so someone is firing on our KEs. I wonder where that is. We don't really know, and I don't suppose we can know immediately. But it's normally, I think normally our corvettes have been heavily focused in this area, so let's see, we're not getting a report. Wait a minute, stop. We did get a report. Okay, so over here. Let's try to get over there quickly. And our carriers really should be running around. That's a very bad position for them to be in if the enemy is here. Okay, now you're doing fine. Any more reports? No. Let's see. Okay, so it's now early morning-ish. Daylight might be coming soon. And at that point we're probably gonna... Enemy battleship is hit by a torpedo? Where? Why? How? Over here. Well, you know, that's very interesting. Okay, so I was just thinking about preparing our carriers for carrier launch. Okay, you go as fast as you can because I want to get you out of here. Right. But you'll be alright then. Okay, and what we can do then is take our battleships, run them that way. Let's take these guys here. Let's have you on an independent line ahead formation, just with max speed, and we're gonna immediately try to run you over here. So run you a little bit ahead and see whether we are finding any enemy. Well, that's certainly nice to see them being hit by so many torpedoes. That's already, I think, 3 to 4 hits. But still, it's gonna be extremely bloody fight, even with morning so close. So I think over here-ish. Okay. They're still firing on our corvettes, and here is indeed one of our corvettes, and it seems to be going down. Heavy hits. So what have you been hit by? 16-inch hits. 16-inch guns are firing on our Kingfisher class 600-ton torpedo. That's harsh. So this guy will certainly go down, but we are very close to the fight though. So yeah, our California classes, you are running fast as you can, so that's good to see. I think you must be running more or less straight away from the enemy. There is another corvette, heavily damaged. We're definitely going to lose a couple of corvettes, but on the other hand we have just... So this is our gun range, and this is our visual range. So yeah, our visual range is extremely small over here. At least our destroyers are running ahead, so that should be helpful, but they might be losing contact extremely quickly under these visibility conditions. Just how far is daylight away? Daylight would be great. I think just to finish off a couple of guys that have already been hit by torpedoes. Yeah, you see these guys were now out of range and they switched back to AI control. You should be alright now. Yeah, there you are. Let's see. Okay, it's still 3:20 at night. So yeah, still going to be a while here till anyone really has any idea of what's going on. I mean, our forces are still okay. Right, daylight's still so far away. Okay, our carriers are doing fine though. Let's send them over there again. I think we might have lost them. Although they can't be going that fast. I mean, they must be... They must be somewhere. Let's try to turn around over here. Our ships are doing remarkably well, I have to admit. Okay guys, do run south. Yeah, if only we had better visibility conditions. Yeah, so these guys again are... Okay, let's stop over here, and you guys, you're not independent, you are there to patrol, let's say. Reselect our carriers, capital ships, I mean. Yeah, we have some guys over there, but will we be able to find the enemy? Will the scenario end? I don't know, I think soon we might be... yeah, let's launch float planes. I would very much like to see that. So, as the morning comes, our forces are starting to launch some float planes and scout planes and all of that. So you guys, let's go down there. And I think as morning comes over here, what we probably want to do, let's go to strike formations here and see what we've got. So we've got a couple of aircraft, of course, including 20. Let's go ahead and take all of our torpedo bombers and all of our dive bombers on both of our carriers, on the Saratoga and on the Langley. And 13, 11, 9, so that's all of the ready aircraft here, and these are all ready, so that's very lovely to see. And you are medium? No, I think I want you to be heavy loadout. Right, there we go. And we are going to ready these strikes. So we are going to fuel up our planes, we're going to arm them with the bombs. That is of course always an extremely risky decision, because that makes the carriers extremely vulnerable. In the historic Battle of Midway, as you probably know, the Japanese carriers were hit while they were reloading and rearming and readying their aircraft. And that just started massive fires that, even by very few bomb hits actually, on these types of major ships. Let's go too fast over here. So yeah, there you can see all of our recon planes taking off. And there they are. So they are out here a little bit ahead of morning. They are starting at night. But starting at night should not be such a big problem. What on earth are you guys doing here? So we've got a couple of motor torpedo boats, very small craft that we can't even control, and they're close to Nova Scotia. Right, okay, so here we go, morning is coming, and I think very soon we might be spotting the enemy. Do we actually have... oh no. I think we should look much further towards over here. but I don't think you'll be launching planes that way. Okay, so now this is twilight. Still no enemy being seen. Let's drive north again. I haven't got any reports yet. And you can see all of these red little blimps searching for the enemy. And here is proper daylight, so that should extremely increase our vision range. And indeed we are getting another report from over there, so that's where we're going to go. Go to max speed, and we're going to take our carriers. We're going to sort of run them due east. And what have we got over here? So what's that report? It's a single battle cruiser going northwest. Okay, that's interesting. So I think what we want to do then is take a strike force of our torpedo bombers. Let's say these 12 aircraft. Your target is going to be that sighting. And maybe actually the location a little bit towards over here. That should be okay. And we're going to launch that strike. And see whether we are finding any enemy there. Yes, let's pick up our own survivors. Yes, let's pick up our own survivors. More news from over here. So apparently there's a carrier in the area. It's extremely interesting to see. I suppose they haven't seen us yet. Okay, let's run 5 minutes here. I would very, very much like to see. Look at that. There is something going up here. Okay, that's a recon mission, which I appreciate very much. Come on. I would also love to see the strike running in that direction. CVL Pueblo needs to clean crates, so you're running around a little too fast. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. You are slowing down a little bit, but that should be okay. These are only our light carriers. Yeah. So we've been losing a couple of ships. Stop. Stop. Invincible class. Okay, so here we are. This is an enemy. You have already been heavily damaged, but none of your turrets are out of action as far as we can tell. Your deck armor is somewhat low, so that's extremely good for us. Let's get rid of the vision range over here and just look at the gun range, because that is what I'm interested in. We've got our 4 battleships, and let's sail them somewhat north. No, let's sail them in that direction on the maximum possible speed. That should be okay. Right, we are losing a little bit of the insight on these guys. Ooh, and there's a light carrier actually. Okay, so what we're going to do then is take a course a little bit towards this direction and see whether we can't get rid of these guys. So what I also think what we should do then is take some of our light ships. Do you include the regiment? Yeah, you do. And you're scouting, okay. And the Christison you're supporting, okay. Let's take you off AI control. Let's get you towards maximum speed. Let's run you straight at that light carrier. More combat air patrol taking off from our ships. That's good to see. Arizona, I think, is firing on these guys. Yep. There's also a light cruiser. No, a destroyer. It's actually one of our destroyers chasing them. That's funny. So we've guys, we've a destroyer chasing carrier. These guys do have 3 guns, but only on one side. So yeah, let's try to take them out. We're also, of course, taking one of our light cruisers there. Yeah, 116-inch hit on these guys. Light damage, 15 knots, so that's pretty good. These guys here are again suffering from heavy damage. We're not really firing on them, but that's okay. Light damage over there, down to 10 knots. That's good enough, I think. What are all of you guys? Just random divisions that I controlled. That's okay. California, could you please start a fire on the battle cruiser? I actually think these guys are good as we are. Just on, they'll be sinking is what I mean to say. California turret jammed. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We are starting to fire on the battlecruiser over here. Richmond is launching torpedoes. Are you though? Yeah, there we are. You might not hit over here. These guys are very fast still, 10 knots. And this is a weird angle. We also have the naval strike, these 12 torpedo bombers. But they seem to be going for the battlecruiser, which I appreciate. That's actually the much better target for these guys. But enemy aircraft are approaching us. Okay, so actually enemy aircraft must be over here somewhere. And I think that's probably the Gloucester Typhoon. And the Lodestars are ours. So we've got 11 dive bombers on a naval strike pattern over here. And they're probably going to go for our battleships. Do we have combat air patrol? Yes, we do have 6 fireballs. Let's see whether they are going to do any better than previously. More torpedoes being launched over here, so that's good to see. I think what we're going to do here is with the battleships, we're going to turn right due east. We can maybe capture this battle cruiser. More light arm fire on the Charger class. You've got 24 aircraft. I think you'll be going down, my friend. Oh well, our torpedoes aren't hitting. You still have 14 torpedoes left, so you might as well strike over there. Yeah. More hits on the Charger. 5 enemy Typhoon dive bombers are attacking the Arizona. The Arizona does have some good combat, some good combined anti-air. We have destroyed 1 aircraft. That's nice to see. But no bomb hits from these guys, so our AA is not doing very well. So from the how many 5 aircrafts that are attacking, we only shot down 1, which is the combined AA power of everything over here. And our combat air patrol has not intervened yet, so that's a little bit unfortunate. More attacks. So yeah, we are attacking this guy. 4 more dive bombers are attacking. We are not shooting down anyone in this regard. We are not shooting down anyone in that regard. We are, however, starting to suffer some damage on the California. Let's see that gun hit. And this is not the damage that has been caused. This is just the jammed turret. So yeah, there's the single bomb hit of a 300 kilo bomb. That doesn't do too much damage. It's only the superstructure damage here. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, these guys have very light armament. Here we are. More hits by the Richmond on the Charger class, which really is in a world of pain. Heavy damage, but you're now starting to come on the side where they do actually have some guns. So that's interesting to see. Yeah, they are attacking us again. We are damaging one of the aircraft, but not really doing too much damage. And still our combat air patrol isn't doing too much against them. Our strikers, on the other hand, also coming in against this battlecruiser. Okay, so what we should do though is take a next strike. I think we're actually going to take a strike from the Saratoga. I think I want to try out our dive bombers. So these guys here should come towards down here, I suppose. And we're going to launch that strike. So that shouldn't take too long, and we might do some additional damage on this battlecruiser. The Charger class, I think it's simply toast. Let's come up here with the Crescent. It's actually dead in the water, so that's lovely to see. And just look at all of these. It's continuously being pounded by light guns. But you here should be really launching torpedoes now. Please do so. Please, please, please. You do have 4 torpedoes. It's not a lot, but it's some. We are attacking the enemy, and we have actually launched a torpedo from the Warden over here. But it looks as though it might miss, and of course, even if it's hitting, it's not really necessarily the best. Charger is being hit, California turret is back in action, so now you can actually see how much true damage it really took, and it's not that much. Yeah, and we have got the torpedo bombers coming in for the battlecruiser. Yeah, there was a torpedo hit, but I think that's just the light cruiser, sorry, the destroyer, the Warden, and actually the Crescent has now actually launched 2 of its torpedoes against these guys, so I would hope that some of these hit. That's fine. Battlecruiser is being attacked. 2 aircraft damage. That's very unfortunate. Charger is being hit by a lot of stuff. Another aircraft hit. So yeah, their medium aircraft is what's doing the trick, but well, yeah. Another aircraft destroyed actually. So we lost an aircraft over here for no hit yet, but there it is. 2 torpedo hits. That's very lovely to see. That should mean these guys are slowing down significantly, I would hope. Right, and over here, where's the carrier? There it is. You're still not going down, are you? Another hit. 3 torpedo hits against the battlecruiser. That's a very good result. Okay, so I was a little bit skeptical there, but this is very nice. It's actually dead in the water, it appears. Right, so that does mean these guys, well, I mean, they have got all forward armament, so I think that's good enough. We can simply go ahead and try to sail past that. USA Division 43 is being attacked by aircraft. Where is Division 43? Is that our carriers actually? I would be a little bit surprised, but okay, who is Division 43? It's apparently not one that I am controlling. Interesting though. Just look at all of these reports, by the way. Well, so far so okay. Battlecruiser is now under fire from our own ships. Still an invincible class, medium damage. I don't think it's medium damage, just look how slow it is. The civil charger is being pounded by 6-inch batteries. Richmond, actually, have you been hit? No, it just had to have a jammed turret. That should be okay. I really want to sink it though. Okay, let's take this light cruiser, let's sail it towards this direction because I want to find out what's over there. Got the Invincible, we are still charging at it with our battleships. Another hit on the torpedo hit, that's nice. Another torpedo hit, it really should be going down fast. Yes, please. Just, it must be hell on this ship. Just imagine being pounded by like 10 6-inch hits every minute. So that's like every 5 to 6 seconds there's a hit. Right, Charger is still being, yep. I would really like to strike the Invincible here. Yeah, there we go. 2 hits on the Invincible, lovely. Medium damage. What we can do though is try to sail a little bit south of it so that we have a broader gun sight over there. Yeah, and now it really should start to hurt for these guys. Yeah, just look at them being hit every single turn. 16-inch, 16-inch, 16-inch. Yeah, that's 6 hits now. 7 hits. And all of them 16-inch. You must be toast. Yeah, just look at that. One turret is completely destroyed, one is out of action. I mean, their secondary guns are firing on us, but yeah, and there we are. All of their turrets are completely out of action. All of their main turrets, at least. So yeah. I think these guys are not going to survive for a very long time. Let's take the row class over here. We're not going to ask you to screen. We're going to ask you to be independent. Line ahead. Max speed. We're going to sail straight past these guys in the hope of launching some torpedoes. And then our battleships can actually turn north. I think they'll be able to... Yes, please. You can pick up survivors. We are no monsters. Right, and what else have we got here? So, enemy dive bombers are attacking Connecticut. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't even see them coming. But everything seems to be fine. We've actually destroyed 2 enemy aircraft, damaged 2 more, so these are not attacking us anymore. So that's nice. And our dive bombs are actually in the vicinity, so I think they'll be striking the Invincible very soon. And, you know, our battleships are doing something weird, so Yeah, they're probably just evading the enemy air attack, so yeah, we'll have to see. Okay, more 16-inch hits. 16-inch hits. I would like to see my dive bombers' performance. And I don't really want to get close to them because they might still own torpedoes. Or have torpedoes. Right. Dive bombing. Yeah, there was a single bomb hit, which is nice. No bomb hits this time. The row, you can launch torpedoes though. I'm pretty sure of that. Come on. It's a random sometimes when they do launch and when they don't. You might not want to turn together, you might simply want to go sort of that way. Okay, and now our battleships are back on information, so they can do a little turn over here while they're still pommeling the Invincible. And you guys please, and there we go, Invincible has been sunk. We're going to pick up survivors, of course, and we're going to run north to see whether there are any further enemies. Right, let's see. Okay, and you guys here, you can actually be on screen again because that's what we need. Screen information, AI control, fine. Yeah, our battleships do need some screening. I'm kind of afraid about enemy aircraft coming in from their bases over here in St. John's. So we'll have to be a little bit careful about that. What was that? Stop. Okay, enemy dive bombers attacking us. No hits as far as I can tell. But we are damaging some aircraft, so that's nice. And we do have combat air patrol, but they're not engaging. Oh, unidentified ship. Let's go over there. What's this? It's pretty fast. Light cruiser? Light cruiser wouldn't really do that well, would it? 5 minutes. There was a combat air patrol attacking something. You guys, can you actually come a little bit behind our main force? Don't want to be too far away from these guys. Come on, just strike them. Just hit them. Just a couple of hits and we're going to be fine. Come on. I mean, it's already a very nice win. Just one battlecruiser sunk, a carrier sunk. That's very lovely. Yeah, but I think these guys might be running away from us. And we can actually go here. That should still be well within our range. And that should allow us to catch them. Ooh, it's actually not a light cruiser. It's a carrier. It's a full-blown carrier. Lovely. Okay, you know what? We're going to send a strike over here. So you are ready with 20 aircraft. That's lovely. All of you guys are ready. So that's very, very lovely indeed. These dive bombs are ready. You are going to start an attack over here. And we're going to immediately launch that strike. I'm guessing that our carriers should be doing the job. But our battleships should be doing the job. But still, it would be very nice to sink this ship with aircraft. Some aircraft taking off. Argus class. Yeah, well, I think we know that already. Or is there another one? No. That's fine. Okay. You're hitting them with 16-inch guns. They're still going 20 knots though. It's only light damage for them. And we are starting to lose a little bit of ammo, but just look at that. It's a lot of turrets focusing on a single ship. Which might actually do some interference, cause some interference, because nobody can tell their splashes anymore against any of the other splashes. They're starting to slow down a bit, but I think that's due to the fact that they are stuck here in these unfavorable waters. And that might cause them to change course very often and thus lose some speed. We should actually check. Do you guys have any guns? Yeah, 16 5-inch guns. That's an interesting factor. That's a good setup, I would actually say. Yeah, but you're burning already, aren't you? Yeah, on fire. All of these hits. You know what? We're gonna actually ask you to hold fire for 10 minutes and turn around. I think your secondary guns can still fire, but not the primary ones. Air combat. 11 carrier combat air patrol attack one of our ships, and they are shooting it down, aren't they? Yeah. So this flight now has 0 aircraft. So one of our ships, one of our recon aircraft was destroyed over here. Which is going to be interesting to see how many aircraft we will be losing in that strike once we attack. And you know what? You can fire again, please. And I'm actually going to ask you to fire on this ship at 7,000 yards. You guys should be losing so hard. Yeah, they're sinking. Good stuff, guys. Very good stuff. 1 battlecruiser, 1 carrier, 1 light carrier sunk. That's a major victory for us indeed. We are gaining about 2,000 points. 200,000 points. They're gaining 10,000. Most of them for sinking 2 ships. So we've also lost a destroyer and a corvette and an auxiliary. That's not that important, but you know what? I think this is a very great win. So that is actually the Invincible itself. It's been sunk by 77 hits, 7 torpedo hits, and a bomb hit. The bomb hit, did it cause any critical damage? I'm just want to find out how effective our dive bombers are. Don't really see it though. Yeah, in all of these hits, yeah, just rather jammed. Light hits, but it was only, I think it was the medium hits causing most of the damage. The Charger has been hit by 3 torpedoes, about 250, more than 250 hits on these guys. Mostly medium damage, but it's been just obliterated. Interesting. And then we've got the Argus itself. You've been mostly hit by medium and heavy hits. No aircrafts attacking you really, but you'll be going down with your 55 aircraft. I'm very happy about that result. Good. So here we go, 11,000 points for us. That's very lovely. And I should remember these memorable battles because we are going to be naming our new carriers after that. So we are gaining some money again. We've not even taken that heavy damage, only on the Rochester, which is a Raleigh class light cruiser. We've seen any damage actually. All of our battleships are fine, so that's very good. Let's keep an eye here on the almanac. The Brits do still have more heavy ships than we do, and the Soviets did enter the war, so we are facing now against what, 9, 10, 16 capital ships with our 7, so more than twice our numbers. But they don't have any carriers anymore. They only have 3 light carriers in Great Britain and 1 actual carrier in the Soviet Union. Do we know anything about that carrier? The Leningrad carries 55 aircraft, and on the UK side these guys do carry about 34 aircraft. Interesting. Our ships are of course much larger and more organized, I would say. So our carriers are the Saratoga class are carrying 82 aircraft each, and the light carriers do carry 24 aircraft each. And I'm wondering whether we should be adjusting their air groups a little bit. I mean, you're mostly providing fighter support, which I think is fine. You guys do have a lot of fighter support, but you still have quite capable strike force as well. So you know what? I think that's okay. Yeah, very good. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. I know it's well above over time. Do let me know if you want shorter episodes, but I should cut that into 2. But otherwise, do leave a like and all of that if you want, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.